Officer Alive with another new fantasy draft. With another fantasy draft pick. This time, it's G.I. Joe. Oh, this would be my fantasy draft pick for the G.I.M2 campaign. It's like in my previous draft pick, I'll use a chessboard to put who would be on who would be on each side of the board. The start of the Joes. Duke, King piece. Okay, Scarlet. Breaker. Oh, oops. Actually, Snake Eyes would be here. Breaker. And then Heavy Duty. Although there is a alias Ripcord, which is a good friend of, who was a good friend of Duke. Now, what remains of Cobra? Which we know is the commander. But he's currently under military confinement. So is the Baroness. As well as Destro. But Zartan is currently disguising as the president. Currently disguised as the president by near the end of the movie. Now for the next, although the next question is who would be in the G.I.M2 campaign? Well, for the Queenside Bishop would be War Warden Flint, great Chief CW2, but I don't think it would be played by the same person. Now, on to Cobra. For one of its pawns, a Dr.Mindbender, mind control master, specialized in genetic engineering, which had appeared in the flashback of the G.I.M1 campaign, and as I heard in the commentary, might appear in the second movie, which would be King's Pawn. Now it can't say. Now whatever it may result in germ warfare, and may result in any known medical, but it may result in nanohazard, which can cause also some other biohazards. And the other way, and the Joe's countermeasure would be dark to be as a countermeasure. Be dark as a countermeasure. If it results into biowarfare. I have to say, well, the Cobra is now vacant at night with, say, storm shadows, somewhat of storm shadows, death. Even if there is the method, even though if B.A.T.S does have a method of, high method of, say, of high, its own life source and be able to revive, otherwise known as a sleeping phoenix technique, but no one can survive that. No one can survive water level that cold. But Cobra would more than, but Cobra does, there's two that can easily fill both night spaces. The Crimson Twins, Tomac and Xantone, a mirror image of sort of a Gemini image, but with, say, telepathic abilities and specialize in acrobatic skills. More than enough to fill both pieces. Although Joe's backup knight in that field would be Alias B of Quick Kick, specialized in all variety of, say, of martial arts. And up to that would be, say, skill to fill in the night space. But the pawns, but Cobra's bishop, say Zartan, has its own pawn, has its own pawns. They simply call themselves Dreadnoughts. Cobra's shock troop, actually Zartans. Well, the three are more noticeable to be pawns. Now for the count, anyway, what Joe's countermeasure for, at least for the 4 pawns. Well, Cobra Ops Lady Jane, which is sort of a love interest, would say, with Warrant Officer Flint. Say Warrant Officer Flint. Shipwreck if naval warfare is needed. While built for aerial warfare to assist with ripcord. But Cobra's counterpart of aerial warfare would be with Wild Weasel as one of their pilots. But if Cobra needs the bag of human and was lacking of human resources, they may result in robotic warfare, otherwise known as B.A.T.S, Battle Android Troopers. There's a variety of B.A.T.S and their leader, Overkill. infantry leader of the B.A.T.S. Although he could go say Skynet. Skynet. Overkill as the Rook. And B.A.T.S. His pawns. This is a countermeasure. Could be mainframe. Or say using of data frame. Use of computer technology to at least cripple the B.A.T programming. Gosh. With CF. Although the circle may not be what the next pick be, but it's more like what say about a crossover project. Be say of a crossover of say with say the Transformers. Although the plot of it would say be say reference of the Transformer episode, The Return of Optimus Prime. Needless to say. I might not go that far. But it would be a prologue to the probable fourth Transformer movie basically reference to the G.I.M2 comic, based on the G.I.M2 comic campaign. 1993. And thus revive Megatron in a new body through color technology. But that is for a that's a different time for a different reason. Anyway, this is Oval.